theme for this Ango period, and for those who are new, Ango is it's a term that means peaceful dwelling, and it applies to a 90-day period during which time sanghas who practice this have intense practice. They intensify their practice. So people do more daily practice, they do more retreat practice, they intensify. So my Zen lineage has been doing this for, decades. So we continue to do this, and we do our annual Ango at this time, from mid-September to mid-December. So we're in the midst of that. And we have a theme for our Ango. Our theme this year is appreciate your life. Appreciate your life. It's one of the primary teachings of my first teacher, my lineage elder, Maizumi Roshi, Taizan Maizumi Roshi, who's the founder of the Zen Center of Los Angeles. This is him. And, this is probably his best book, compilation of some of his teishos, his dharma talks. They called it Appreciate Your Life. It's the essence of his teaching, you could say. So I want to appreciate what this means, appreciate your life. And that's what this talk will be, another angle, I think, on what he means, what we mean, and why it's valuable to practice this way, appreciate your life. It's more than, you see the beautiful sunset. I appreciate that sunset. Eat the chocolate ice cream cone. Oh, I really appreciate that chocolate ice cream cone. Okay. It's that. It is that. But it's more than that. It's deeper than that. What we're practicing here with this practice of appreciation. Maizumi Roshi even says, appreciate your life as the subtle mind of Nirvana. The subtle mind of Nirvana. Now there's a rich phrase. Okay, all three of those terms. Subtle, mind of Nirvana. Okay, now we're getting deep. Appreciate your life as the subtle mind of Nirvana, or appreciate your life as the life of the Buddha, is another way to put that. Appreciate your life as the life of the Buddha. This is such a wonderful practice point. It's really a koan, right? We're told by our teachers, we're told by the Dharma, that you are Buddha. You are Buddha. Okay? Your life is the life of the Buddha. Buddha is not separate from you at your deepest level. And we can maybe grok that intellectually, but can we really see that? That's a real deep koan. How can this, me, be Buddha, the awakened one, right here, right now, without any change needed, any improvement needed, any alteration? This. Do you believe that? Does anyone here believe that? Like 100%? Like you're Buddha. Yeah, it's not a gnosis that's immediately available, is it? We have so many thoughts, so many beliefs, so much conditioned understanding of ourselves. That can't be true. It's not how I experience myself. But we have the Dharma that tells us that, yeah, actually, it is. So how to practice with this? Appreciation. I've kind of developed a framework for appreciation, like how to get there, because I felt it being like a really deep thing, and I felt like it starts with attention and it goes to appreciation, and this is this is what I felt into as being true. You could look at it as these stages. The first one is attention. The next one is allowance. The next one is acceptance. And then there's appreciation. So I want to feel into that a bit. Attention. It all starts with attention. All starts with attention. To give quality attention to anything. Right? We all, many of us, have heard the Zen story of the community member, I think they actually said it was a businessman, who went to the Zen master and said, please, tell me about Zen, teach me Zen. And he said, oh, Zen, attention. And the guy goes, what do you mean attention? Come on, I came to you, Mr. Spiritual Teacher, and asking you about Zen, the deepest truth. Oh, yeah, attention, attention. Attention, attention, come on, you're just repeating yourself. And then he actually asks him one more time, attention, attention, attention. As if the guy gets up and storms out. But this tale comes down to us, it was probably 1,000 years ago this happened. But that's how beautiful and pithy this truth is. All about attention. When we pay, really deep quality attention to whatever it is, deeply immersive attention. Okay. You could say that everything kind of works itself out when we lose ourselves in that attention. You could even equate that to Dogen's, teaching. To be deluded is to carry the self forward and experience myriad things. But when myriad things come forth and experience themselves, that's awakening. So when the quality of attention is such that myriad things, myriad phenomena just come forth and experience themselves. So the self is forgotten. So maybe Zen does, boil down to attention in that way. But, talk about it a little bit more. So we pay attention. And I think it's, maybe this is helpful. I'm offering this because maybe it's helpful, maybe it isn't. But it seems like it could be a little bit difficult to just jump right to appreciation. Right? Because it is big and it is deep and it is asking a lot, and it's asking a lot of self-surrender and self-forgetting. So, what if we have this step of allowance? It's allowance. That's that I'm not going to resist what is. I'm not going to put up any barriers to what is. Okay, I'm going to pay attention, and then let's make it about a person, right? Because we have all sorts of barriers and lack of appreciation for people and reactivities around people. So you're facing someone who triggers you. You pay attention to it. A certain amount of attention, a certain quality of attention. But now it's okay, I'm going to really allow them to be themselves. I'm not going to put up any resistance or attempts to manipulate who they are. Okay, so I'm going to drop that. Deepens. Now we get to acceptance. Okay, now I'm actually going to make a kind of an emotional shift, and I'm actually let them in. I'm going to drop my resistances, and now I'm going to accept them in. This to me is receiving all beings. This is our bodhisattva vows. Numberless creations I vow to receive, which is our retranslation of the common bodhisattva vow. I vow to save all sentient beings. So my lineage rewrote that as I'm going to receive all sentient beings. So we get that salvation stuff out of that picture. Accept. Accept them for who they are. Allow them in. Take them in. Receive them. Even deeper now, right? Even deeper, maybe even harder. Accept them. Now we appreciate. Now's the appreciation. Okay, wow. I'm not putting up any defenses. I'm really starting to like see dimensions to this person that I didn't see before when I was all defended and armored against them. I'm really kind of digging that. Maybe. Wow, here's another flawed, messy human being, just like me, sharing time and space with me. It's appreciation, seems to me. There's an intimacy in appreciation. That's really important. Yeah. It's like a real felt sense of like sharing this time and space, sharing this life with something. Appreciating the unique qualities of a person or a time. Really connecting with the passingness of everything. This is going to go. This is going to change. This person's going to be out of my presence in a few minutes and out of my life and out of the world. So that level of really, other beings and the world in this very heartful way. It is akin to, and maybe it's identical with, gratitude, which is another one of these words, like appreciation, that we can say, oh, we should be grateful. And like, oh, bring up gratitude. We should appreciate. Oh, appreciate your life. It can feel a little daunting, perhaps. It's gratitude. But there are some ways of appreciating gratitude, which I think are really important and that I'm really connecting with. Gratitude not as something that comes after the experience, but actually something that comes before the experience, as more like a baseline quality of your life. And I came across this poem by David White. Oh no, it's not a poem, it's like an essay thingy that really named it for me. Gratitude is not a passive response to something we have been given. Gratitude arises from paying attention, from being awake in the presence of everything that lives within and without us. Gratitude is not necessarily something that is shown after the event. It's the deep a priori state of attention that shows we understand and are equal to the gifted nature of life. It's the a priori state of attention that shows we understand and are equal to the gifted nature of life. This seems to me to be really right there with this appreciation that we're practicing here during this Sangha. The quality of attention right from the beginning, whatever it is I'm paying attention to, is almost a gift within my consciousness. This is a great practice. I'm finding this to be a great practice. Yeah. I've been working with gratitude for the last few months to cultivate that. probably because I felt called into being angry at things and mad at things and wanting things to go differently sometimes. And I noticed myself doing that. I'm like, wait a second, there's a dharma lesson here. How do I work with this? Well, I have found the shortcut to a wise approach, I think, to just be grateful for, this wife who is pissing me off right now. Or this person who is really ignoring me or disrespecting me. Right? Just to bring up that quality of gratitude. It opens everything up. It's very much of a big mind practice to zoom out and just say, hey, what a gift to have this life. What a blessing to have things to respond to, feelings, opportunities to have feelings. Does anybody remember that movie Wings of Desire? Wings of Desire? Mm-hmm. Is that it? Mm-hmm. The one, the German movie?
Yes.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Okay. So it goes back to the 80s, I think. Vin Vendors. So I might be aging out, the 5 students, I don't know. Nick, you're like maybe on the border. Does this ring a bell at all?
No, but my friend the name Vendors came up recently.
Okay.
So
okay. So he actually is the same one who did that movie Perfect Days that somebody was talking about a couple of weeks ago. I forget.
It came out last year, yeah.
Yeah, that came out last year, but we're going back like 30 years for this movie called Wings of Desire, which is, in short, about angels who come down to incarnation and they hang out with these people who live in a circus and they fall in love and all that. And they so much want to just experience the human incarnation, even with all of its pain and heartbreak, that I actually forget what happens, but they really want to do that. It's a great movie. It really is. Why did I mention that?
Gratitude?
Gratitude.
Yeah.
Right. Gratitude. It's like gratitude to have this embodied experience. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Gratitude. Gratitude and appreciation. That's what we're talking about. Maizumi Roshi said that. So I did this. I called up. Come on in. Yeah. I called up this book. It's on the web as a PDF for free. I'm not going to tell you where because you got to buy it before you do that. But I did call it up so I could do like a Control F search through the whole book on the word gratitude. And actually, it only appears in one paragraph in the entire book, gratitude. So I thought I wanted to see what it was. And it's about the 3 treasures. In Japan, we hold a special session during which we express our gratitude toward the 3 benevolences. Generally, these benevolences are the 3 treasures of Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Our teachers, parents, nation, and all sentient beings and all beings in the 6 worlds, which is what we chant in our dedication that we do in the mornings. We understand sentient beings as living human beings and also in a broader sense as everything. We should be grateful for everything, literally everything. Showing our gratitude for just the 3 treasures is sufficient because the treasures are all inclusive. I thought that was really powerful actually to say that, and also a nice point of practice. Showing our gratitude for the 3 treasures is sufficient because it's all inclusive. So now we see that everything is included in the 3 treasures. Everything is included in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Everything. All beings, all phenomena, everything. And that is the widest understanding of the 3 treasures. So now we can say we put our life into our practice, not we put our practice into our life. Right? This is one of my sayings. Okay, don't fit your life, don't fit your practice into your life. Oh, okay, I'm going to do my meditation at 8 a.m. or 6 a.m. and then I'm going to do this practice then, and that practice then, and then I'll practice slow breathing, and practice slow eating, practice compassion and metta, and I'm going to fit it into my life. Mm-mm. No, you put your life into your practice. Your practice is the broader framework of what's going on here. And then you pour your life, whatever that is, however you think about that, and you put that into the framework, the form of your practice, whatever that is. Okay? The life becomes the substance, the practice becomes the form. So then you can have gratitude for the three treasures, you know, as both the substance and the form in this whole way of life that we're talking about. Yeah. So that's, to me, that's appreciating our life as the subtle mind of Nirvana.